Welcome to Fed Promptly. I'm your host, Fed Jumper, also known as Fed Jumper Gaming. I would like to introduce the world's first social network and marketplace for embeds. Now, there are obviously companies, platforms, businesses, blah, 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 that are extremely similar, but they are not us. The point is that what we offer, they do not. You can not only create your own embeddable assets and share them here, you can sell them here. If you don't want to sell them, you can purchase assets for your own blog and or website. You don't want to do that either? Well, guess what? You now have the ability to commission one of our prompt engineers to either help you build digital assets, or you can just have them build the entire website for you. But honestly, what I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to give everybody an avenue to succeed, okay? For example, you have no idea what any of this is. You could literally start creating and earning the day you figure it all out, because that's the way I want it to be. I want it to be a entry-level thing that everybody can do, everybody can join. It's a fun thing. And if you don't want to sell assets, you don't want to purchase assets, you don't want to pay someone to make you any assets, you can literally learn to create your own for fun. It's a fun thing. It's like a game, okay? Now, I'll explain to you how. Not only is this safe for children, I actually think that I want to promote it to children and young adults, because if I had something like this when I was growing up, I wouldn't be outside with the hooligans, right? And I think that this is something that kids need. I think everybody needs this, but this is what I think everybody needs. Now, for example, for children, a child could create their own digital assets for their own blog and websites, or they can create their own games. Here, I'll give you an example. Okay, so I just created this spinning wheel, this infinite spin wheeling thing, this Wheel of Fortune game right here, okay? Kids can literally create their own games. Okay, I made that. That's a spin the wheel, wheel of the fortune kind of thing, okay? And I can add anything that I want to it. Right now, it's just a simple spin the wheel thing, but that's the point, that I want everyone to use this like Mind or Legos. I want you to think about it like Minecraft or Legos. You can change the colors on that wheel. You can make the wheel spin faster. You can make the wheel spin the other direction. That's kind of the point. I want everybody to understand that it's your wheel. That's your game. It's not my game anymore. This was your computer. Yours. Do whatever you want. Now, that's just for children. Obviously, for children, I want them to understand the creative aspects of this. Okay? And they will understand, because kids usually gravitate towards things that are creative. So that's going to be for the kids section. The kids can make whatever they want. Also, there is no way for them to make something their parents would disagree with, because, you know, most kids don't type lines of code. If they use an AI model, the AI model is not going to give them anything that legally they shouldn't be even doing anything anyways, right? So, and also when they submit their work, I'll be reviewing it. So there'll be a bunch of verification steps as well. But anyways, that is why I think kids are going to love this, because not only is it a fun, creative thing, but it's real life. This is not a video game, but the kids can treat it like a video game, and they can make their own fun little digital assets. And I think that everywhere across the planet, kids should be using this, because I'll give you another reason. Every kid in America at some point in his life is probably going to think about starting a business. Even if it's for 5 minutes, or his entire life, they're going to think about starting a business. Now, let's say your child actually does start a business. He is going to need things like a website, a blog, an assistant, these types of things. He's going to need things to help his business grow. Now, what's better than having a fully embedded blog that you created when you were a child, ready to go for your business now that you're a young adult? Now that you're a young adult, you've all grown up, you have all these skills from playing all these stupid games on my websites. I have games designed for children to teach them how to code, so that when they get older, they realize that all those games they were playing were not just simple games. They actually understand something about the internet. And while they have a fully embedded, customized blog and all these skills in coding and even their own website ready to go, and they know how to change everything to match their business, their competitors, their counterparts, their peers, their friends at the school, which I can't believe this, that kids don't even realize this, that the people they're friends with are going to be like their competition when they get older. because you'll be looking for a job, and guess what? Every single person that you ever went to school with will also be looking for a job. So those people in your schools are your competition in reality. Anyways, the point is that your child, once they become of age, they will have all these technical skills, and they'll have all these ready-built platforms ready to go. Your child at 18 will have a blog, website, and coding skills ready to go. Meaning, instead of learning how to code, instead of learning how to build a blog and a website, they will already have that under their belt ready to go, okay? A skill in which I literally just mastered within like a year. Anyway, the point is, that's for children. Now let's go to the young adults that are not children. Let's go to the 20-year-old kid that just discovered my website. Well, 20-year-old person that just discovered my website and or blog, you probably have social media. You probably are on a platform in which you can't do or say things that you wish you could do or say. Whatever platform you're using, Mr. 20-year-old or Mrs. 20-year-old, it's not very customizable. If you're on Twitter, your Twitter is dark. It's a dark little X symbol. You can't really control much. If you're on Instagram, same thing. Okay, you have a few options. You can't really control anything. Like 90% of social media, it's their way or the highway. You're not really creating anything when you're on social media. They make you feel as if you're contributing by posting images and commenting and liking, but you're not really doing anything but contributing to their brand or business. When you post on Instagram, you think you're posting to your followers on Instagram. But if Instagram suspends your account, they don't suspend your followers. Those are Instagram followers. So you actually don't have any followers, because if Instagram takes away your account, majority of the people that follow you are going to stay on Instagram, forget about you, and move on with their life. Okay? If you have 500 followers on Instagram, Instagram deactivates your account. I promise you, all 500 are going to stay on Instagram, and they're not going to think about you anymore. Maybe 50 out of 500 will move and look for you where you go elsewhere, maybe Instagram, TikTok, whatever. 50 people will care about you, they will. But I promise you 90% of those people, they are not going to remember you. And if they do, they don't really care. But the point is that it's better, Mr. and Mrs. 20-year-old person, that you build your own platform, because you get 500 followers on a website or a blog that belongs to you. It doesn't belong to Instagram or Facebook. No, those are your fans and followers, okay? And when people follow you on Facebook, on Instagram, on this, on that, you can't really build an email list out of those followers. Of course, you can have some things in your link in bio that people can follow, yada, yada, yada. But the point is, you can literally build a email list out of all your blog and website followers based on the material you've created and or the post or whatever. And yes, I understand that some people will think, well, what the hell do I need a website or a blog for when I have a Twitter, when I have an Instagram, when I have this? Well, the point is that you are limiting yourself in not only creation, but in expectation. Because what could you really do on those platforms? You can sell yourself on Instagram. It's called being an Instagram model. How many people are genuinely using Instagram the way they use blogs and websites? Some people are. There are some people who are genuinely killing it on these platforms. But the point is, if they get banned, suspended, or someone hacks their account, there's not much that, okay? Now, that's just one little example. Now, I've explained to you the fun aspect of FedPromptly for children. It's like Legos. It's like Minecraft. It has a little bit of Fortnite in there, because you're building, and you can even share your websites and blogs that you build on the leaderboard as a competition. So there's a little bit of competition here. It's fun. You can build a blog or websites, or you can just build the assets themselves. Like, for example, on your screen here, I'll show you. I'll give you an example. I'll click one. Okay, so, I mean, you guys get the point. Anyways, FedPromptly, it's great for children because they can build blogs, apps, and websites like Minecraft or My Sims or anything like that. It's a super fun, creative thing, and they can get prepared for their artificial future. It's great for young adults because young adults are constantly looking for apps and websites and things like that that will accept them and they can build followers and all of that, and then boom, you make one mistake or you get hacked or something and you lose everything. Great for young adults because you can build your own world for your own brand or business. And now let's focus on the core audience of that I'm promoting this to, which are the adults. Okay, we've gotten kids out of the way, they're building, they're having fun. We have the young people out of the way, they're deleting Snapchat and building their own websites. Now for the adults. If you are a ass adult and you have no idea why it's important for you to have your own platform that you created and that you built from scratch, well, I'll explain to you why. Okay? Most adults are too busy living basic lives to worry about building their own brand, business, or platform. Most people don't even know where to begin. Most people think you need to go get an LLC, you need an EIN number, you need a brick and mortar, you need all this stuff. You got to file taxes and do all that. And they think it's a whole lot of hoopla but the point is that why don't you start from the beginning? Instead of just getting an LLC and Googling what a great business to attach to your LLC and trying to be all complicated, why not start from the bottom? Why not have an idea and work on that idea and then build a blog or a website based on that idea so then that you actually know what you're capable of achieving or not? For example, let's say you're a chef and you work for a company. You could buy or download free cooking widgets, emojis, embeds, GIFs, images, backgrounds. You can download all that stuff for free on the website. You can create your own, restaurant landing page or whatever. You can create your own, ghost kitchen menu. I have no idea. I don't know what people that cook need to do on the internet, but you can literally use all these food related digital assets to build your own blog, your own landing page, your own restaurant, whatever. And then you can literally start your own ghost kitchen, or you can even promote your own recipes. You can even write a book, promote recipes out of that book. You can build a website. You can start your own brand. People can hire you through your website. I mean, good Lord have mercy. You can even record yourself cooking at your job, edit those clips, and we'll even add digital assets such as editors that you can use on our website. So you can edit your videos using my digital assets if you want, my embeds. And then you can literally post those clips onto your blog and your website and promote yourself. Within less than 5, you'll be more popular than your own business that you work for. You might even start making more money than you do at your job on your own platform. Now the point is, you can even add buttons on your website that say hire me now, buy now, download this premium video. Like, you can do whatever you want. You can sell whatever you want in any way that you want. You can even offer yourself as a live-in chef. Hey, hire me to come stay in your house and cook for you. Here are my rates. They're negotiable. Do that. You can do whatever you want. It's your platform. That's the point, is that this is not Instagram. This is not Facebook. It's not Twitter. You're not going to just post hoping that people can see you. If you go on Twitter, you're going to have to follow a bunch of cooking communities and sit there for a while and delegate with these people forever. If you go on Instagram, you're going to have to use all these cooking hashtags and post cooking pictures all day long. At least on your platform, people will come to you based on your promotion. So instead of promoting yourself on these platforms and hoping people acknowledge you through these platforms, you can promote your platform and people will contact you and follow and subscribe and watch through you. Right? If you see an advertisement that belongs to Walmart.com, when you click on that advertisement, you know you're going to end up on Walmart.com and you're completely content with it. On social media, you're not in control of the things that you're seeing. So if I see a guy promoting himself as an online chef, I'm not necessarily looking for him. I'm not going to hire him because I'm not looking for that. But if someone lands on your blog or your website, they're most likely interested in either your recipes, your cookbooks, your story, anything. Maybe they even find you attractive. Maybe you put your profile picture up there and they think you're a good looking person. I don't know. But the point is, if you're an adult, yes, I understand that you're too busy at your job to care about a blog or a website. But the point is, we have made it easier for you busy adults to download these assets, utilize them. We have free templates. Okay, free templates. You don't need to create anything. And if you don't want to download and build, you want to build from scratch, you don't want free templates, you can even hire someone to quickly build a blog based on your own ideas. And guess what? If you don't like any of those options, you can use artificial intelligence to build it for you. ChatGPT can build you a blog for you. Will everything work and look pretty? I don't know. That's up to you and how well you are able to use the AI. But that's the point. You have more options now than purchasing and hiring and this and that. Now you have AI. You can even use AI. We don't discriminate against artificial intelligence here at FedPromptly. If your embeds created by artificial intelligence, we don't care. If your blog has been created by artificial intelligence, we care only because artificial intelligence is not going to get everything correct. So all we do ask is that if you do use AI to submit any of your work, just make sure it works, because we don't want people to use AI and then submit things that don't make any sense. And it's like, I'm going to just email you back like, hey buddy, this is not going on the website because it's garbage. It's like, this is stupid. So you can use AI for anything FedPromptly related, but just make sure that what you submit is usable and not garbage from AI. Okay, so that's all, people. I just wanted to quickly go over FedPromptly, what it is, why it's the future, why you're not too late, and why you're not too early. Because FedPromptly is a combination of an old era plus the future. Because blogs and websites are old. People thought social media was going to replace blogs and websites, but that's just not the case, because there's no control on social media. You have no control. You can't customize anything. And most social media, what you see is what you get. They give you a place called your account, and the account, whatever color the account is, that's the color. Whatever capabilities you have there, that's it. There's nothing you really can do. Right? So at least with FedPromptly, you can take your digital assets anywhere you want. Okay? I can take this on your screen here, and I can move it to this website, and if I no longer want it on this website, I can move it to my blog. So it's like interchangeable. You understand? It's like shoes, like changing shoes. You can't move anything from Instagram to Twitter, and you can't move anything from Twitter to Instagram. You can delete a post and then post that, and then delete the post and post that. But the point is, you have to delete, right? I can put this embed on any website, any app, anywhere I want. Okay, it belongs to me. And I'm going to be making more videos on monetization, because monetization is the key thing that's going to make people care about this, because everybody wants to know how they can make money. And after using apps like Kalshi, which are predictive markets, I realized that putting money in people's pocket is actually easier than I thought. This could be so profitable for some people, and it could be a fun thing. You could be having fun and making a few dollars. Now, I don't see anybody making like $100 a day from this, genuinely. Now, you can become a popular artist on my platform easily, because it's very easy to create cool things. It's very easy to create very interesting embeds. So it's actually possible to become so popular that you actually do make a lot of money. I'm going to try to limit how much you can sell your embeds for, because I don't want people to sell embeds for like $1,000. That's going to make the platform weird, that I have to, like, you have to sell this for $1. This guy's selling this for 10. That guy's selling that for 100. This guy's selling that for 1,000. So the marketplace is gonna get like a joke if the prices are all over the place. So I think for now, simple embeds are gonna run under $100, while premium, very polished, high-end embeds that are watermarked and trademarked and whatever, licensed or whatever, like very, very detailed oriented embeds that come from maybe brand or businesses or companies, right? Not everybody's an individual sole prop like me. Those people will be able to list their embeds as premium assets and could charge more than $100 for them. But I'm gonna try to limit things to like $500, maybe even like 200 or something. Whatever the limit is, That's going to be the limit on the website. I don't want people listing things for like $500 because it's not that serious. Now, let's say a celebrity releases their own personal asset on my website. Sure, that could be the first one that costs 1,000 or something. I don't know. But as of now, I'm going to try to make every single embeddable assets under $100, definitely under $50 in the beginning. I want everyone to sell assets for like $1, $3, $5. You might even see some go as high as $10 in the beginning. I think $10 in the first week is a lot because it's like, how impressive is this? How impressive is your so-called embed? So that's the thing, is that if it's super impressive and unique and interesting and useful and just the coolest thing I've ever seen, then yeah, that shit will be listed for $10. Now, you can decide how much you want it to be listed for, but at the end of the day, we will respond back to you letting you know, like, hey, you want to charge people $800 for this? Hell no. How about $80, and we allow people to add a discount promo code that gives them like 50% off, because who the hell do you think you are? You know what I mean? So, but anyways, we're gonna touch base on this. I'm gonna make a video about this topic every single day because I want people to understand that if you can have fun building assets, you can have fun building widgets, you can have fun building plugins and extensions. You can have fun building a website or blog. You can sell those assets on my website. You can sell that blog you created on my website. You can create blogs and sell them. You can create blogs in different categories and sell multiple different blogs. If someone sees something in your blog they like, they don't want your whole blog, they can purchase pieces of your blog. You can even own assets of that blog, making it their own asset. Like, hey, this is yours. It doesn't mean that I can't customize it and utilize it differently, but that particular code, that particular set of code now belongs to this person. Anyways, the point is, it's fun, you can make money, you can gain a large fund, you can learn. Now, the learning aspect is also equally as important, because I was going back and forth with an AI model because I think that this covers all bases, all ages and all bases. It is creative for children. It is business oriented for young adults and obviously older adults. And you can also make money. This is not only just for learning, for fun. This is also for income. You can make money doing this. So I'm trying to turn this to its own ecosystem where if you don't want to work and earn, and you don't want to purchase anything, and you're not really interested in creating anything, at least you can learn something in the process. So, regardless of what you're doing on FedPromptly, I just hope that you learned something, you downloaded something for free, or you've uploaded something so that you can potentially make some money. That is what I want people to do. I want you to get digital assets to create with. I want you to create your own digital assets. I want you to upload them. I want you to get paid for them. Or I want you to learn based off of everything that you've done. Like I want you to actually be hands-on coding, I'm thinking about, messaging, other educational institutions to see if like maybe we can do some type of partnership or something. I'm like, hey, can we get like a brand deal or something here? Because it's like, I feel like it could be a great educational program for everybody. So if you don't want to make any money, you don't want to have any fun, at least you can turn this into an actual career. With that being said, I just wanted to welcome the entire human race back to blogging and website creation, aka FedPromptly, the world's first embed social network and marketplace. With that being said, everybody, I will catch you all on the digital side.